full story, entitled Woman Demanded My Airplane Seat Because She Has Anxiety, then called a flight attendant on me. Want Reddit stories? Want Reddit? Mind full story. I was flying home after a long work trip and had specifically paid extra for an aisle seat. I'm tall, my knees hate economy class, and I learned the hard way that seat selection is worth the money. I board early, stow my bag, and sit down. Window seat next to me is empty for the moment. Everything is fine. Then an older woman, late 50s, early 60s, stops next to my row and stares at me. She says, "You're in my seat." I check my boarding pass. Same row, same seat number? I don't think so. She sighs dramatically and says, "I need the aisle. I have anxiety." I tell her politely that I specifically chose and paid for this seat. She rolls her eyes and says, "Well, you're young. You'll be fine." I say no again. She stands there blocking the aisle, loudly explaining to nearby passengers that she can't be trapped and that I'm being selfish. People start watching. One guy gives me that awkward, just give it to her look. Then she presses the call button. The flight attendant comes over. The woman immediately launches into a speech about her anxiety, how she needs the aisle, and how I'm refusing to cooperate. The flight attendant turns to me and asks for my boarding pass. I hand it over. She checks it and says, "Sir, you're in the correct seat." The woman scoffs and says, "Well, he can just switch." I ask nicely. The flight attendant replies, "Did you pay for an aisle seat, ma'am?" Silence. She admits she didn't, but insists her condition should override that. The attendant calmly explains that seat assignments are honored as booked, and that if she needs a specific seat for medical reasons, she must arrange it ahead of time. The woman huffs and says, "Unbelievable. People have no compassion anymore." She finally sits in her middle seat across the aisle and spends the next 20 minutes loudly sighing and muttering about entitlement. Here's the kicker. Halfway through the flight, she asks the flight attendant if she can move to a window seat in an empty row further back. No anxiety then. I kept my aisle seat the entire flight. She never looked at me again, which honestly was the best part.